Me say they want it off for grandpa. I'm a grandmother.
Nico Mannion. Yo, that was sad what happened to this dude. He got like a stomach infection or something like that, and it like emaciated him. Man was looking like All Might. Like, if you see My Hero Academia, you know what I mean when I say it looks like All Might. Because, boy, man went from a strong, tall NBA player to like a stick. Because of that. Yeah, I think he caught a stomach infection or a stomach bug or something that, like, yeah, that fucked him up good and proper. Yeah, dude looked sickly after that illness, but saw recently he's put most of the weight back on. Good for him. He wasn't looking good. Trust me. He's in a bad place, man. Like, that is sad, man. And that's the thing. But then it sort of, when I saw what that did to him, it reminded me of Santi Cazorla, where he like, it was a infection he got in his foot. Like that's what basically fucked his career. It had the surgery, had the rehab, and it got infected, and the infection, yeah, mad. So as much as, you know what I mean, like pro basketballers and they have access to the very best medical teams and nutritionists, and it's still high risk. Never can tell. Not every surgery goes off well. Sometimes there are complications. But yeah, that stomach bug and him being emaciated like that was not a good look. But yeah, I'm glad he's making a recovery, because yeah, that shit was happened to Soderlin in tennis too. What, the same stomach bug? Got mono and he was finished. Whoa, that's what happened to him. Because I did wonder how he just vanished. Yeah, I'm reading this now. That's sad. That's wild. He's 30. I think he's 37. He's 37. But yeah, you're right, he had to retire not long after that. Del Potro is another dude with surgery every hour. It's his wrists and stuff, right? Like, then again, you know more about this than me, obviously, because you proper played tennis. I didn't. I just got into it late. But tennis seems to be one of them sports where the minute you start over-involving your wrists, and I feel like a lot of them sort of, like the continental players, if you like, a lot of them, they incorporate a lot of risk to try and get extra spin and extra purchase on the ball, and at the, you know what I mean, it comes at a price. Murray was, what was Murray? Murray was the hip. Again, I'm not sure what he was doing that put so much pressure on his hip. But yeah, it was the wrist first, then his knee got destroyed. I think, was it the way they hit these backhands nowadays? It's something to do with the way they hit the ball, where they sacrifice their body for power, basically, and it ends up ruining them in the long run. Yep, that's how I got wrist tendonitis. Oh boy. You've not had to have carpal tunnel or nothing, have you? That's the thing I dread. Any kind of... Nah. So, boy, I'm kind to my hands. So kind. And then when I play tennis, like, yeah, I keep this shit locked. No, let the racket do the work. Nah. No holy per bending or nothing. I just let this thing be like spaghetti. And then I let the racket do the thing. That's it. I'm scared of them wrist injuries, knee injuries. Them things are things that, yeah. That's what makes me not even want to play certain sports. Like, one of my cousins, he was a pro footballer and knee problems. That's what got him out of football. Like, had no cartilage basically, and that friction with the bone. Ah, man. yeah, he's my younger cousin as well, so that got him out of football at a high level way earlier than it should have. Injury in sports is always a messed up thing, innit? Like, you got your D Rose, your Grant Hill, you know what I mean? You always have these what if stories. Michael Owen had a long career, but again, he was never really the same once he tore up his hamstrings, because I guess he was too fast for his body. And I guess as well, I feel like maybe older athletes maybe feel some sort of resentment that, you know what I mean, the sports science wasn't what it is now, to kind of help them along and realize that, oh, you're jumping wrong, we need to correct how you land. And whereas now they really pay attention to all that shit, maybe to the point of being overly cautious. Injury in sport, it's weird because, like, you look at sports as in, like, the overall perception when you look at an athlete is like, you know what I mean, they're a god. Abu Dhabi. That was a sad case. Because they literally broke his leg at the end of one season, and then he was never the same after that. I'm not saying this guy goes on to be the next Vieira or whatever. In fact, he was more attack-minded than Vieira anyway, but do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, they robbed him of a career, for sure. And it was just, I guess that's the worst part of injury in sport, when it's inflicted by someone else and it seems like it's deliberate. It had to have been deliberate. That challenge made no sense. They were doing that to a lot of Arsenal players. They did it to Eduardo as well. That sort of finished him as well. He was never really the same after that.